Welcome back to Unpeeled. After 6 years in development, the long-awaited From Software game Elden Ring released to critical acclaim recently, and I'm joined by Unpeeled's industry reporter and former esports reporter Lucas Vogel to talk about it. Lucas, thanks for joining us.
I didn't know you were going to bring my credentials to this.
Back to your roots, talking about video games on Unpeeled. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty about this massive game, what exactly is Elden Ring?
Yeah, you talk about it as a massive game. The developer From Software makes these types of games that tend to be a bit more narrative-driven, a bit smaller scale, but they created basically their own genre, and this is called a Souls-type game. So what is a Souls-type game? Well, for one, it's medieval. It's George R.R. Tolkien inspired. It's, these Game of Thrones, Witcher-esque games. And for two, incredibly challenging. You want to talk about boss fights, people spend hours, sometimes even days on just one part of a level, and Elden Ring looks to continue that on.
Absolutely. You mentioned George R.R. Martin. He was integral in creating the lore of this game, actually, and the names of some of the characters. After all this wait, we mentioned 6 years in development, what is the reaction it's gotten from the gaming community? You would know.
Yeah, it's incredibly positive. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, I would know. It's been incredibly positive. People love this game, and I mean, for good reason. The reason that this game is so popular is because it appeals to the massive audience. People love this game. You go on YouTube, you look up Elden Ring like I did, and it's just amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh my God, so amazing. And then you go on these professional critics that get paid to review this. It's got a 96 on Metacritic. It got a 10 on IGN, and it's sitting at a 90% on PC Gamer. Everyone loves this game. You'd be hard to find someone who isn't deep diving into Elden Ring right now.
Okay, so maybe worth my time over spring break. Let's pivot over to the industry angle.
You might need summer break for that.
Maybe it's a really big game. Let's talk the money aspect, industry angle. How are the sales doing?
It's been good. It's been good. I don't want to downplay it. It's been very good. It's gotten 10 million PC sales, which is pretty impressive when you think about it. It's reportedly 10 million. It hasn't been released by From Software themselves, but it's been reportedly 10 million. But the thing is, it's not as big as these AAA games. It's not as big as the FIFAs of the world. It's not as big as the Maddens of the world. That just goes to show that the AAAs might be making a lot more money than these smaller companies for a while, because look, if Elden Ring isn't breaking the box office, I don't know what else will. That being said, sometimes art doesn't make the most money in the world. I think it's worth it. Elden Ring is here to stay. I love it.
Our industry reporter and resident video game expert, Lucas Vogel, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.